Here's why most online businesses fail. Okay, you're concerned you're gonna start an online business, or you already have an online business and you're worried that you're gonna fail. You should be, because most online businesses fail because of some very simple reasons. In this video I'm going to share them with you so you can learn from them so that you don't fail, and we're starting right now. Hey, thanks so much for visiting me on my channel. My name is JR Fisher. I've been selling online since 2009. I have sold millions of dollars of both digital and physical products, and on this channel I answer those questions. This channel is for you. This is your channel. This is the channel you come to get answers to online sales, whether it's digital products or physical products. I've sold them both, and I share with you how to do it. If you have questions about any of these things, put it in the comments below. Let me know and I'll try to get those answered for you and help you out. If you've had some successes, also put that in the comments below so that you can share with other people and they can be successful too. Don't forget, if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe and turn on bell notifications. Turn on all bell notifications. You'll become part of the Fisher family, the VIP group that gets notified every single time I do one of these videos. Now let's jump right into it. You know, businesses fail every day, and according to some of the statistics here, 42% of all startups fail because they failed to analyze their actual needs of their customers, and another 28% of startups fail because they burn through all their cash. So there's a couple things to be learned from this. Number one, make sure there's a real need for whatever you're doing out there, and it's pretty simple to figure that out by just looking around. Look at social media. And number two, don't overspend. Don't go and hire somebody to do everything. I didn't hire anybody to do anything in the beginning because number one, I didn't have money, okay, and number two, I wanted to learn it. Make sure you want to learn these things. Stay inquisitive. Now, how do we avoid some of these things? Let's jump right into this. The number one reason that people fail online is because they didn't analyze the needs of their customers. So it's so super important to do this, and it's really easy to do too. You not only need people who need your product, you need enough people who need your product. Okay, that's where some people fall down, is there's always going to be a need for almost anything out there. You know, maybe it's how to make a stock on a shotgun, okay, out of wood. Well, there's going to be some people that are going to want to know how to do that. I don't know if there's enough people that want to know how to do that to where you can put a business around that. You'd have to sell other products, you'd have to do other things. So you want to go out there, whatever your idea is, whatever your product is, make sure that you find other companies that are doing well at it. Okay, a lot of people are like, no, I want to find something that nobody else is doing. I'm the only one. If you're the only one, you know, you may be a super genius, or everybody else has tried it and it doesn't work. Okay, so don't think you're a super genius. It's better to start off with a product that a lot of people are selling and having success with, because at least you know there's a market out there. Number two is not having a user-friendly website. Oh my God, I have gone through so many websites over the years and different levels of websites, and we use WordPress and we use Magento, and I've used Shopify before too, and I also use Kartra. Kartra not really being a website, but I put sales pages there, sales funnels there, that type of thing, my courses. So I still use all of these things, and if it's not user-friendly, if it's difficult to navigate, you've got a problem. I have a friend who is in the financial advice industry. She's been in it for years, and they had somebody do her website the other day, and they were supposed to be the financial experts on doing websites, and lo and behold, when they got the website, it didn't work on mobile. Huh? Yeah, it didn't work on mobile. And I was like, well, I don't want to say her name, but I said, you know, hey, this is where 70% of the people are operating now, is on mobile. She says, yeah, I know. And I said, and this is also one of the reasons I like to do a lot of my own stuff, and I have knowledge in those areas because I know what to ask people before they work on something. She didn't know to ask if it would be mobile friendly. I'm sure they're going to get it fixed, but I'm also sure they're going to charge her more money because she didn't ask this question up front. So it's really important, guys, that your user experience is really good. During the pandemic, Yelp came up with something, and we ordered from a lot of restaurants, and there was a little button at the bottom there, and it says order from this restaurant. It was really cool. And when you click the button, it says order for delivery, order for pickup, and I think it was through Grubhub that did it, and it's really seamless. You can just do a few clicks, the menu's there, click 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 click, use your Apple Pay, use your credit card, whatever, and you can put your order in. They were on top of stuff. They made it easy, and I'm sure that really propelled Yelp to the next level, because nobody was using that before. And then when coronavirus hit, everybody wanted everything delivered, and they were smart enough to react to it. It's those businesses that are smart enough to react to make that user experience easy for the customer that do well. Don't have a crowded website. Don't have a bunch of stuff all over your website. Have a few simple things on your website just to get people going, then they can click on menus and categories to go to other areas. Make it simple. Number 3 is not having excellent customer service. And I don't mean customer service, I mean excellent customer service, where the person will go overboard to help the customer. That's what you want to do. I know Zappos started off with that, and they ended up selling out for, I don't know, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. That's a crazy amount. But they were a shoe website, and they would do things like tell all their employees that they could talk on the phone as long as they wanted to a customer. People would call up and say, hey, I just watched this soap opera, and in this one scene this lady was wearing these shoes and they were beautiful. I don't know where to get those shoes, would you happen to know? And that person in customer service would actually look up that particular episode of that particular scene and look at the shoe and find the shoe with the customer online, locate the shoe and say, here's the shoe, I can provide it to you. Now that's customer service. That's customer service. Okay, they weren't worried about just selling that customer at the moment. What they were worried about is the overall customer experience, and that's what you need to be worried about too. Number 4, not having a good social media presence. And when I say good social media presence, there's a lot of prongs to this. Okay, it's being there, number 1. Okay, you got to be there. It's engaging with your customers. My wife does dog training, and she has a great group. You may want to check that out. The Art of Pet Parenting, that's on Facebook, so you can check that out. But she's really good about interacting. People ask her a lot of questions, and she's really good about answering those questions, and she genuinely cares. Okay, don't fake caring. Okay, don't do that. Make sure you really care. And then your social media presence is also important, in as much as you don't want to post anything controversial. Don't post your political views, don't post your religious views, don't post any of that stuff. Okay, there's no point in it. There's no point in it, guys. All you're going to do is get into conflicts with other people. I promise you, you will, and you'll be associated with that in your business. Do you want that? I know I'm not going to name them, but a couple major businesses have posted their political views online, and it's come back to bite them. Okay, so you don't want to do that. The next thing is not effectively managing your company money. Okay, if you are spending too much, if you are buying too much, understand, if you're on a job, that you're going to get a paycheck every week, every 2 weeks, once a month, whatever it is, you're going to get it, and it comes in like clockwork. It doesn't come in like that online. I know I've had a lot of dips in my income and a lot of peaks in my income, and since I know that, I always keep a few months, probably a lot more than that, a couple years of income, so that I know, or at least access to income, credit, whatever, so I know that I will remain in business. Don't spend everything that you make. If you make $100,000 this month, don't spend it. Still live on that 3,000 that you've been living on. Okay, now once you've got some months built up, some years built up of income, then you can spend a little bit more. To this day, I don't spend that much. I mean, I'll splurge every now and then, go to a nice restaurant, do something like that, but I try to watch my money. It's so very important. Now if you've got hundreds of millions of dollars and it doesn't matter, enjoy yourself, buy whatever you want. Okay, most people don't get to that level, and they do have to at least watch their money. The next reason they fail is because of their team. Okay, if you've got a bad team, and I used to manage car dealerships, and I had managers that worked for me. I was a general sales manager, and they would often come to me and tell me how bad their salespeople were. They said, I have terrible used car salespeople, I have terrible finance people, I have terrible new car salespeople. And I would just look at them and go, well, then it's your fault. I mean, if you manage people and they aren't good at what they do, whose fault could it possibly be? Whose fault could it possibly be? It's probably theirs. They hired wrong, they didn't train right, they didn't manage right, they didn't motivate correctly. So when you're thinking about the people that are going to work with you, whether it's virtual employees, which we have some virtual employees, or whether it's people that work with you every day, you've got to, number one, hire right. You got to hire correctly. You've got to train correctly. You got to give the right expectations. You can't get mad at somebody when they didn't perform and you didn't tell them how to perform, or you didn't train them how to perform. Okay, so that's super important to know that, and you got to motivate them correctly. And motivation comes in many forms. It comes with compliments when they're doing a good job. Don't be afraid to compliment somebody. It comes with pay. You've got to pay the people what they're worth, or more than what they're worth. Okay, that'll make them reach a little bit. Bottom line is, if you've got a bad team that can tear you down, if you've got a great team that can help you build up your company. The next thing is not watching your product price and cost. Okay, this is so very important. I know I need to adjust some prices on some of our canned meats and our survival food company, but look at the pricing, look at the cost. If you're selling, I'll give you an example here. Let's say you're selling a course for $497. It's a digital course and nobody's buying it, but you're selling it for $497. What do you think the first thing you should do is? Maybe reduce the price. Okay, you know, I was talking to my wife the other day. We had a funnel we were thinking about, and she has in place, and she's selling her front-end product, but the upsell's not selling. So you know, my immediate thought is reduce the price of it. Just reduce the price of it. It's a digital product anyhow. It's not making you any money if nobody's buying it, and if you lower it and some people buy it, now you've got money coming in. Now it'll make all your ads profitable. So guys, think about this. Also, on the flip side is maybe you're not charging enough. A few years back, I wasn't charging enough for my survival food. I started doing, you know, penciling out all my costs and warehouses, and back then I had a huge warehouse I was paying for, and you know, I looked at it, I'm like, well, I can't make any money, I'm not charging enough, I've got to up my prices. So I upped my prices. Now it's been like 5 years since I've upped my prices, and I think it's time to do it again. Okay, I've done it on one of the products and it's selling fine, so I might as well do it on all of them. I just haven't gotten around to it, which I've got to, no excuse. But that's something that you really want to think about. Make sure you always analyze your cost and your pricing on a regular basis. If it's not selling, maybe you need to lower it. If it's selling really good, maybe you need to up it. Test these things and check your cost and pricing. And the last one I think is the big one, and that's lack of commitment. Lack of commitment. What is commitment? Commitment is saying, I'm gonna make this happen, period. I'm gonna make this happen. If you're running ads on YouTube and they're not doing well, then you need to read another book, you need to take another course, you need to try another ad, you need to do a different video, you need to try a different audience. You just keep doing it over and over and over and over till it does work. Okay, commitment is not starting a business and working 2 hours in the morning and then going to the beach surfing all day. Now that is a lifestyle, and that can be achieved by selling stuff online. However, you can't start off with a lifestyle. You start off with a business. On down the road, if you've got enough money coming in and you're happy and you're safe and you're secure, yeah, go to the beach, enjoy yourself. Okay, I have, I think, enough money, but I want to have enough money for years and years and years and years and years. Okay, so I'm going to keep working, I'm going to keep working hard, I'm going to keep doing things, and I'm committed to making that happen, even on the days I don't feel like it. Because here's the truth, most days I don't feel like it. And you know, my son did personal training for a while, and he said he would get people, he got so frustrated because some people would come in and they would say, you don't understand, I really like to eat. You don't understand, I don't like working out, I don't enjoy it. And he would just laugh and say, yeah, I like eating too, and I don't really want to be sore and have to work out either. However, I'm committed. Okay, to this day he's still committed to that, still in good shape. Okay, so you've got to be committed. That lack of commitment will kill a business quicker than anything you've ever seen in your life, because you can have everything else in line, and lack of commitment, lack of just saying, I'm going to make sure this happens, I'm going to do whatever it takes. If it takes 2 hours, fine. If it takes 24 hours, fine. I'm going to make it happen. You can't put a price tag on that, but that will make you successful or kill your business. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down if you didn't. But put in the comments there what you think of the video. Put in the comments what you'd like to see a video on. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that big subscribe button down there next to it. Ring the bell. Once you hit the subscribe button, it's going to change colors. It's magical. Watch it, click it, watch it change colors, and then a bell will magically pop up next to it, and you'll want to ring that bell. You'll want to turn on all notifications so you get notified every single time I do a new video. You don't miss out. You're part of the Fisher family, the VIP group that gets notified before anybody else. Yeah, you'll be in front of the line. How's that feel? Feels pretty good, doesn't it? Of course it does. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget, I've got a free course down there, $97 course. Click and learn, no credit card required. Check out Kartra. And do I have anything else? I think that's it. Thanks for showing up today. See you in the next video. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.